Tamar Braxton is goofy. Everything that people are saying, have been saying about you for the longest, you just proved everybody's point. What little credibility that you had left has been wiped away. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? A scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the BS. Tamar Braxton scared fans when she shared on Instagram that she woke up in a pool of blood and some teeth were missing. She shared this on Instagram stories and a lot of fans were very concerned. This is not Tamar's first time having a health crisis. Remember, she was on Dance with the Stars and she had to leave early because of a medical condition. Tamar Braxton she shared this. She shared this publicly. She talked about it. So a lot of fans who've been following her thought this may have been one of those things. And it's a very serious thing. And it just became a nightmare online. Like, it was just mess after mess. And these recent events really have a lot of folks like irritated and people saying, girl, we told y'all so. And it's just like, I just don't even know what to say. So Tamar Braxton released a music video or a snippet of a music video with Mendeecees in it. And apparently she's about to release an album sometime in September. And she is using this as PR to get attention to her. Who is her team? Who are the people who are consulting her? Who are the people who are talking to her? Now, this weekend that this happened was Funky Dineva, another YouTuber, blogger's birthday weekend. And you saw the video of Dineva and Tamar Braxton walking out at this club in Atlanta. And that was the last thing that we saw of Tamar Braxton. That's the last thing that fans saw. So everyone who follows Dineva and Tamar Braxton thought, hey, this must have been a wild night. Like, what is going on? And I don't think that Dineva definitely did not help this with posting on Instagram. He don't know what happened to that lady, yada, yada, yada. Now, Dineva has done a live stream video that I did watch in its entirety. And he expressed that he was disappointed in Tamar and her team, how he asked them to come out here and defend him. He said that the whole thing had gained legs and it was boiling out of control to the point that it's something that he wasn't interested in being a part of. There was a video used for the promotion of this future album or EP. You can hear Dineva's voice. So now it's seeming as though Dineva was in on it. Now, Dineva got a lot of backlash online. A lot of folks were saying that Dineva must have had something to do with it. They must have had a wild night. There was a lot of conversation about Dineva. And I don't think that Dineva's post saying he did not know what happened to that lady helped it. I think if anything, it fueled it. And I want to be real, because I've been kind of like sitting with this, like trying to understand this, especially after watching Dineva's video. Dineva is responding to a lot of like the things that have been said about him. And I'm going to be honest, Dineva, even if those who are fans of him, you didn't help the situation. All it took was some empathy, even though it is BS what Tamar has done. And she owes you an apology, and come to find out she has offered somewhat of an apology. I don't think it was an apology, to be honest. I think it was like some dressed up stuff. She could have came a little bit harder than that. But after being pressed by Dineva in this live stream that he did earlier this morning, Tamar felt that she needed to. She didn't want this moment to be ruined for her. It's already been ruined. You made fans of you concerned, and then it ended up being something that is not serious. And I think that's disrespectful to the fans. That shows how the lack of care that you have as an artist, you have for your fans and your audience that you have. That's all you have, Tamar Braxton. And to use this moment for this was disgusting. Now, when it comes to Dineva, these conversations have been had about Dineva prior to this incident with Tamar Braxton, even prior to his situation with ATL, whatever her name is, Michelle Brown. Like, these things are not new. Like, we've seen the videos. We've seen you talk about things, even talking about Blue Ivy. You called her ugly so many years ago. You offered a half-ass apology for that. We've seen the video you saying that black women are not disrespected like that. You have done content to make people believe that you have an issue with black women. And as a fellow punk, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've seen you for your work. And they're not wrong. Like, I'm being completely truthful. Like, some of the things that you have said, you've not taken ownership for, you've not apologized for it. You kind of just dismissed it. So, yeah, you're not helping this situation. Yes, it is messy. It is what Tamar Braxton did was egregious. It was completely disgusting. I'm going to be completely 100. The way both of y'all act, y'all deserve each other. You know that Tamar Braxton does things like this. You've been warned that Tamar Braxton does these things. People have told you. You have agreed. You know, for you to say, y'all know how Tamar Braxton is, means that you know her to be full of it. And you still chose to befriend her and to hang out with her on your birthday, walking out, and she's walking in front of you for whatever reason, y'all besties or whatever. But she's shown you who you are. She dismisses and uses black gay men all the time. And you thought you were different. It's honestly giving pick me. You thought that you would be treated differently. And you responded in the way you started talking about her music. Nobody's interested in this, and you dragged her. And I find that kind of questionable, because if you felt these things already, why be friends with her? Like, for you to say that quick, y'all both the same person. Like, for her to abandon you, to allow you to get all of that negative, like, backlash, all of these folks accusing you of things that you did not do, it's her fault. Like, but you didn't help it. To come online and to post a message like that, which you kind of owned a little bit, terms and conditions may apply, you should have never posted that. All it took was a little bit of empathy. You could have just said, hey, I'm not sure what's going on with Tamar Braxton. Let me figure out what's going on. I haven't talked to her. But you treated this as a blogger. Let me see what the tea, like, you gave that. You reacted in a quote unquote messy punk way. Like, you were being very messy in that, and you did not move in a way that was emotionally mature or intelligent. Something like that happened. Even if you believe it to be like something that's made up, you should have never posted that. Because what in the event if it was real? You did not know. You could not confirm it. So to joke like that kind of just shows what you think of her or how you move. Tamar Braxton has been known to be a chaos agent for years now. It is no secret. Folks have been saying this for the longest. She wants attention. She would do anything and everything to get attention, and she did just that with this. So with that being said, Tamar Braxton, even if you did invest and take out a loan or whatever to produce this body of work that you have put your all in, and to include Mendices in here, like, what's next after this? Because any legit music or single that comes from this album is going to be attached to this trash stuff that you did to your fans, where we are losing a lot of the greats. As we lose a lot of the greats because of age, because they're getting older and other things happen. We don't joke about people passing away. We don't joke about people losing their lives or something like that emerges. We do not joke about that. We should not be joking about that, because you have fans who do follow you, who want this new album, this new EP, what have you, and you are using this type of machine to push you to get. What about the people who don't need that, who don't need this situation? Because the folks that you got their attention, they're not going to listen to it. They're not going to, like, what is going on? Like, we need to get back into the chair and to think, the thinking chair next to Blue and Magenta or somebody, because get Steve on the line. We need to be sitting in the thinking chair, because it's not making sense. Like, y'all need to get a notepad out and draw some conclusions or something, because it's a wrap. To pull on folks like this is just egregious and it's disgusting. I honestly don't really disagree with Dineva getting online afterwards and being upset and saying, girl, no, you owe me an apology. Like, I'm going to make some money off it. I'm going to talk about this. I don't blame him for doing that. But Dineva also needs to be honest and say, you should have never posted that to begin with. Had you not posted that, the internet is going to do what it's going to do regardless. They're going to have a conversation about it. You fuel that. You've been online too long. You know how this goes. Like, you don't feed into it. You fed into it, and it blew up in your face. Like, we're still learning. We always going to be forever learning. But I feel like this was something that you are too old to be learning from. It took nothing but a pinch of empathy to say, hey, let me just see what's going on. I'm not going to post anything. I can't imagine any of my friends, and I have a lot of people I'm cool with, having something like this and I'm posting. I'm not doing that. Also, I'm not befriending nobody like Tamar Braxton, who has a history of homophobia. Let's be completely honest. We've seen what she said about Lil Nas X when he kissed on the BET stage. She has a history of that. She does not care about gay men. But you know what? You have misogyny. She has homophobia. With y'all powers combined, y'all are Captain Raccoon. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts, all of the mess that has transpired. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'll talk y'all later. Bye.